Yo, what's going on, everybody? Keith Moments in full color, and this week we're talking about Call of Duty. I'm gonna break it up into two videos. The first, this one, is gonna be about the campaign, and the next one that comes down will be about multiplayer. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Now, normally I would go straight into multiplayer. I've been doing that since Black Ops 3, and for whatever reason, I had a strong inclination to start with the campaign, and I am very glad that I did that. I'm gonna start with the visuals, and these visuals are just stupid. They are stupid in the most good way. Damn near perfect. When we all saw that the game was 100 to 150 gigabytes, gigabytes, a lot of people had just this very, very weird feeling about it. Why was it so big? And I feel like when you start to play the campaign, you begin to realize why it's so big. This campaign feels great. It plays like a movie. That's not to say that there's not a lot of gameplay to it, but just the kind of progressions that you go through. It is a linear shooter, but the path that they take you on is very movie-esque. It reminds me of a Michael Bay movie, to be very specific. It's very big explosions, a lot of big grandiose statements, but at the same time, it's great entertainment. They do allow you to do a lot. They do this thing throughout the game where they take the gun out of your hands and they put you in these, it's intense in a different way. I played the game on hardened, so the game was already kind of intense. You're not taking that many bullet shells, so you have to be very tactical and all that, but they take the gun out of your hands a few times, and boy, like, does it make it intense, because now you don't have a way to protect yourself, so inherently you're kind of freaking out a little bit. And I really like the change of pace to go from gun to no gun, gun to espionage, or these espionage moments where you need to basically blend in. I mean, espionage, right? But there are other moments to where it's, hey, you need to guard the VIP, but they change it up. They remix that thought. And I really love the campaign for this, because they remixed a lot of thoughts. A lot of these things we've done, but never in this capacity, especially with Call of Duty. So we've seen these things in other games, but it's not a Call of Duty thing. And for them to implement that in the Call of Duty realm, I thought that was great. And one thing for me, I've mentioned it several times, but I love to see growth from a developer. When you begin to see growth and devs kind of taking chances with other things, I really love it. Even when it doesn't hit, even when it misses, I'm a true fan of, hey, you tried to give us something great. Sound fidelity. You know what's crazy about this thing is the sound fidelity. If you have a surround sound system, if you have neighbors, they're going to be pissed, but just do it for about 30 minutes. Play the campaign with like a surround sound system for 30 minutes. It is phenomenal. I have a sound bar. I don't even have a full surround sound, but boy, let me tell you what, you can hear shell casings hit the floor in like, it sounds amazing. The voice actors really came in and did their job. Very amazing. The story's not bad. It's okay. And there are points where they seem to get ready to make a strong statement and say something with the story, but they just didn't, I guess, want to. And from what we know, that at parts people went and demoed the game and they felt uncomfortable, so they did cut things out. I'm uncertain if those cuts came from this or if the cuts came elsewhere, but all in all, they did give the feeling of uncomfortableness in terms of, this is war, this is ugly, this is not meant to be some format of glorifying war. No, war comes with a lot of negative, just, it's war. And they do a great job at depicting that and not making it seem like you're Rambo going through taking everybody out. There's a lot that comes with it by way of story and feeling of the game. The mechanics, I mean, the gameplay is great. Like, if you've played a COD, you're back in the saddle. It's nothing new in terms of gameplay, just some tightening up of gameplay, if that's what you want to call it. But COD gameplay has always been great to me. Gun handling, gun mechanics, just what you can get on a gun, under barrel. And COD is just crazy with the amount of stuff that they put in. Once again, still crazy. So, salutes to them on that. Their mechanics and gameplay have always been top tier. All in all, given everything, there not being a campaign in the last Call of Duty, I feel like this one needed to hit extra hard just to kind of get rid of that stigma, and also just to get back to showing people that Call of Duty can be more than just multiplayer. And this game, this campaign accomplishes that in spades. It's an amazing campaign. I urge everyone to play it. You're going to have a blast. I'm definitely looking forward to. I wish I could see your faces with certain points of the game because, man, I know my jaw was on the floor at certain points when it came to, oh, God, this is what I have to do next. So go out, try the campaign. If you're not big into multiplayer, I definitely think this is a campaign worthwhile. It took me about 5.5 hours, and I played on hardened. So, I mean, maybe if you played on the easier difficulty, it might be a little less time than that. But like I said, strongly urge it. This is a great campaign, and I'm very, very happy so far with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Next up, we'll talk about multiplayer, and I'll let you know my final thoughts in that video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, you know what it is. Like, subscribe, be blessed, be easy. We appreciate you.
Now, I know what you do. Do you understand why we do this? They hang because they killed our soldiers. Now look at them.
Let's get moving.
Can live peacefully.
This is a goddamn war crime.
Punishment for the stolen gas.
There's the terrorist who caused this
blames
pain
us for
for all of us.
What can we do?
Unite our
Accomplish
causes.
our mission and put an
Expose
end
these
to Barkov's
terrorists,
cruelty forever.
and you will